Hello, how are you? Today I brought you a wonderful recipe for your breakfast or your afternoon snack. It's perfect for those of you who don't want to eat bread and are looking for a healthier alternative. This recipe of mine is low carb. In fact, it's ketogenic, so it's very low carb. It's great if you're on a low carb diet to lose weight or if you're looking to control your blood sugar. You're going to love this recipe. It's easy, quick, the ingredients are inexpensive, and it tastes delicious. Stay until the end, you won't want to miss it. If you love easy, quick, and healthy recipes, you're going to love this channel. So go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to get updates. I post new videos every day, and you're going to love them. Let's get started with our delicious recipe. Ingredients, quantities, and nutrition info are below in the description. So the base here, the first ingredient in our recipe is the egg. I'm going to pierce the yolks here and mix the whites with the yolks. Remember, I have a video on the channel talking more about what happens if you eat eggs every day, whether eggs increase cholesterol or not, and I'll leave that down below in the description. To the egg, I'm going to add water here. It might seem strange, but that's exactly the idea, to try to increase the volume of liquid without necessarily increasing the amount of calories or any other ingredient we want here. By adding water, we can hydrate and increase the liquid without actually adding anything else, which is really interesting. Now I'm going to add the seasonings here. So it already starts getting flavored because when we season the liquid part, it's always easier. So I'm going to add a bit of oregano here. I'm going to add a bit of dehydrated garlic here. But if you want to take a clove of garlic and grate it or crush it, you can add that too. Remember that I have videos here on the channel talking more about the benefits of oregano, more about the benefits of garlic. I'll leave those down below in the description for you. I'm going to add a bit of turmeric here. Remember that turmeric is a powerful anti-inflammatory, so it's excellent for our health. And it's more activated by piperine, which is naturally present in black pepper. The curcumin in turmeric is more activated by piperine. So let me give this a good mix. Now I'm going to add the salt here, just to season it a bit more. And I'll do the following. I add the baking powder first to make sure there won't be any lumps, those poorly dissolved bits. So when we add it like this beforehand, we know that as we mix in the other ingredients, it will end up dissolving and getting well mixed in. Now I'm going to add the ground flaxseed. So let's mix this really well until it's nice and homogeneous. Ideally, when you use flaxseed, you should buy the whole seeds and grind them yourself, even in a blender. And make the flour, grind it right before using, because that way you'll ensure that the healthy fats, which are precursors to omega-3, haven't oxidized and won't have that rancid taste that many people complain about. Flaxseed is also a very interesting source of fiber, which helps because many people who follow a low-carb diet experience a lot of constipation, and the fiber helps with that as well. And now, to give our recipe its consistency, I'm going to add coconut flour, which I even joke about, saying it's magical, because with just a small amount, we can achieve a really interesting texture in our recipes. And it's also a really great low-carb option. Even though many people don't like coconut or the taste of coconut, coconut flour doesn't actually have a very strong coconut flavor. It mainly has the ability to absorb liquid, because coconut naturally has this property, especially since the flour is made from very dry coconut. Well, it's not that the coconut is extremely dry, but it does come from dried coconut, so it has this ability as well. Just look at how the dough is already completely different from how it was before. So now I'm going to let this sit for a minute to absorb, because it keeps soaking up the liquid. I'll be right back because we're going to put it in the pan. Just wait a second. Look here at how the dough is already so different. It absorbed a lot of the liquid and actually formed a dough. I'm going to put it here in our container so we can bake it. I'm going to bake it in the microwave, which is even faster. And also nowadays, a lot of people ask me for options that don't use the oven, something quicker and more practical. So look, it's a healthy option for you to make right in your microwave. I'm going to give it a little stir like this so it settles better. And now into the microwave. I'll be right back with it ready so we can finish up, and I'll tell you how long it took. Hold on. 2.5 minutes, super quick. There's no excuse for you not to make it, even in the morning, whenever you want, even when you're in a rush. I'm going to make a kind of low-carb sandwich here, and you can cut it in the middle, or you can even cut it lengthwise. I'm going to cut it horizontally to make a sandwich here, make a nice assembly, and I'll be right back. Hold on. Look, so I waited for it to cool down, so our bread wouldn't break while it was still too hot. I cut it in half, just like I told you, and now I'm going to put some slices of cheese here, and then I'll take it to the sandwich maker so it gets more melted and hot. The amount of cheese you use is really up to you, and you can use whatever kind of cheese you like as well. So I'm just going to put this together now. Take it right over there so we can complete everything, and I'll be right back to try it. Hold on. It turned out beautiful. I'm going to cut a piece now so you can get a better look at how the inside texture is. Make it, you're going to love it. And look at this. A sandwich like this, a bread that's low in carbs, so quick, just a few minutes, what a wonder. Make it, everyone is going to love it. So tell me, what are you going to put as a filling in this delicious bread? I'd love to see your comment and take a look at my bread playlist. I have many healthy bread recipes like this one. You're going to love them. Remember to like the video because it really helps me out, and share it with anyone who would enjoy it or who needs it. Let's work together to spread this chain of kindness. That's what I want. Let's give it a try. The texture is amazing. Honestly, I think this is one of the best low-carb breads I've ever made here on the channel. Make it, you're going to love it. See you next time. Bye.